Hello, this is Triflic.
And this is Trntbl.
And we are the Scapeshifters here with a modern matchup. I will be playing Naya Allies.
And today I have something a little bit unexpected and maybe a little bit sad, but Blood Burn has become Blood Burn for today. I've decided to take out the Bobs in Mardu Burn and see if we can't see how it works without the Bobs. And that means that we're kind of limited to Bump in the Night as our one black card, and then of course our sideboard cards, which we'll talk about later. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. I don't need to draw the rest of this hand. There are 4 lands in it. No.
I like this hand. It's fine. They're good stuff. Stuff is good. This card isn't awesome against Burn, but it's good. I like it. It makes him waste resources. It'll be fine. We need to roll till he goes first, too. Okay, so let's start a game. So I've got green stuff in my deck. So this green dice can be mine, or die. And then this one is red, and we're going to pretend that's black. So that's you. So whoever's is higher is who will go first.
Seems good.
And green is higher. So
I called cheating.
I feel like get good scrum.
Yep, yeah, that's fine.
I'll play.
Alright. This deck should be a little bit better now against allies. We've added in a Searing Blaze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I get to draw 6. 6. That's a great hand. We're going to go ahead and scry 1. That scry will stay. And we can go ahead and show this hand. What I was saying, basically, though, is before we get started here, I have added back an extra Searing Blaze to round out the playset. And I have added in a 1-of Grimlock Angler and a extra Lightning Helix to bring us up to 3. This hand is perfect. There's no better 6 that we can get in this deck, so we'll go ahead and get started.
Cool. The direction like that. I'm kind of scared. So we're going to go with turn 1 after Valve. Go.
That's gross. We'll draw for turn. Wow, didn't expect that. Go ahead and play an Arid Mesa. We'll crack. Take 3. Uno Dos Trace. And we will fetch up Sacred Foundry. That was convenient. And we'll shuffle that momentarily. Tap our Sacred Foundry. Play a Gabo Gabo. And get in there for 2.
Aether Vial. Yay!
Yep, that's what we want to see. 2 Aether Vials, we don't care. So we'll go ahead and pass it back.
Yay! Draw. Well, I think we just want to start laying things out. We're going to play this guy, and he's going to be forced to deal with it. So we're going to go for... We're just going to fetch here, because it's cheaper than, you know, shocking ourselves. So we're going to get a plane. I have 2 in this deck, so statistically, if I pick up half of the deck, there should be a plains. And look at that, there is. Math doesn't fail us.
I don't know. I may have failed math.
Oh.
So, I don't know about anybody else, but I am terribly excited for the new Shadows over Innistrad set. I think this is one of the best looking sets Wizards has put out in the last...
Since Innistrad?
yeah, I would agree with that. I was not a super fan of Eldrazi. Please don't slay me for saying that. Not just...
I'll run that Herobat's Druid.
That's gross. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited. I'm going to play Zombie Tribal and Vampire Tribal, and I don't know. It's going to be awesome.
Alright, so that's a card. It's a good card. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play our Wooded Foothills. We'll go ahead and crack. Take 3. Uno Dos Trace. And go fetch up colors.
You're winning. Oh, I didn't take 2 off that guy did.
Trash. We will shuffle that momentarily. So, we now have colors. We do have to deal with that Herobat's Druid immediately because that card gets out of hand quickly. So we're going to go ahead and bolt that off. No need to leave that sticking around. Tap 1, Bump in the Night. Go ahead and get in there for 3, and then get in there with that guide for 2 more.
Hunt Free Blade!
That's fine with us. He takes 2, and pass the turn back.
Okay, cool. We're going to tick up that vial and draw our Hot Free Blade. Okay, so, unfortunately, this is one of those awkward situations. We do not actually have all the colors we need. Because of that, we're not going to shock ourselves because we'd be doing it just to get this out, and that's just not that valuable. So we're going to go ahead and play a Kazandu Blade Master.
Double the gross.
So we get a counter, and we'll pass the turn back. Oh, I dropped it.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw for turn. That's a solid draw. So we have a lot of options of what we can do. We've got a very full hand, surprisingly full hand at this stage of the game. But we're going to go ahead and tap 2 and Lightning Helix that. We're going to try for the control play here. We're going to see if that works. Normally the control play is best left for Bibbidi Bobbidi Burn because we can empty our hand dealing with his creatures and then be able to refill it with Bob. But here I think we're going to keep just trying to whack away at him. We'll get in there for 2 with that Goblin Guide.
I have not drawn a single land of Goblin Guide, so fuck you, Goblin Guide. You're a terrible guide.
Goblin Guide, you were my favorite.
Before blocks, I'm going to Aether Vial in a Kazandu Blademaster and block that Goblin Guide.
That's unfortunate, yep.
And because of first strike, I live.
And that's fine with us. We got our value out of our guide. We'll pass the turn back.
We'll keep that on 2. Okay. Let's see. Well, there's a red play and a wrong play, and I only have really 1 play to make, so...
Better hope it's the right.
Yeah, better. I'll play on a free blade.
That's gross.
And tick up there, and tick up there.
Also gross.
So we could play this, but I'd rather have the Ally Encampment on one. So we're just going to swing in with the Kazandu Blademaster for 3.
And I'll take 1, 2, 3.
And
Be sad about it. Untap, upkeep, draw. Alright, that's a decent draw. No complaints on that draw. It'll serve as, well, a chump blocker. So we'll go ahead and put that guide out. There's no reason to swing in. It'll just die to that Blademaster, but it can block the Blademaster. We'll go ahead and tap our Sacred Foundry and play a Lava Spike to get in there for 3 more damage. And pass the turn right on back.
I'll activate Aether Vial.
Sure, no response.
Put in a Hairbaz Druid. Bink.
This could get out of hand very quickly.
Bink. And then we'll untap. For the first time, we don't know what's on top of our deck. And, first time, we would have drawn a land off Goblin Guide. So, yeah, we'll name allies there.
Are you sure you don't want to name goblins?
Yes.
You could name scouts.
I could name scouts. Are there any scout allies? I don't think there are. There's got to be a Lantern Scout. Is Lantern Scout a scout?
I would be really funny if it wasn't.
Pretty poor. Okay, then we're gonna swing in for
Mini.
2, 4. So 6.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and chump here. We don't want to take any more damage than we have to, and take that 2. 1, 2.
And I'll pass back.
Alright, we'll untap, upkeep, draw. Alright, so that would be a really great card if we had a land. We don't, and that's one of the problems here. This deck runs 19 land, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. We're running 19 land, and so we do occasionally not have that land drop. I may need to put a land back in because of that. Okay, so we have a few options, that said, and we need to decide what to do. And truth be told, we really need to deal with a Hairbaz Druid. However, we do know that he also has that Ally Encampment on hand. If we try to get rid of it, he's just going to return it to his hand. But I think in this case we need to force him to return... Actually, I don't even know if that's true. Because if we force him to return it to his hand, he'll just Aether Violet back in and not he could care less, and we'll be out of spell. So I think in this case we're going to go for the old let's race as best we can. So we'll tap 2, and Lightning Helix you in the face for 3.
That's a good exchange. Since we're both racing, he is now 6 life points ahead of where he was before.
And let's stack that graveyard, and we'll pass the turn right on back.
Okay, so in the interest of getting him dead quickly, we're actually going to go ahead and, at the end of his turn, sacrifice the Ally Encampment, turn Hairbaz Druid to her hand, and then hold priority. No, hold priority. That's what they has to resolve. So we're going to let that resolve, then we're going to Violet back in.
Yep.
And that's just going to let us get 2 more power on the board.
That's unfortunate. Skr.
Untap, upkeep, draw. So that's not a great card, but whatever. So we're going to play this Aether Vial we've been holding on to for a while, because there's no reason not to. If he was post-sideboard, we could maybe be afraid of Smash the Smithereens and not want to play it, but if he had smashed, he would have smashed this one. I feel like he wouldn't have had 2. And then we'll swing in for 8.
Yeah, we're just going to take 8 and be real sad about it and go all the way down to 7.
So we've evened things out and pass back.
Alright, so untap, upkeep, draw. Well, if we'd had 1 more land, it would have done it for us. I don't think it's going to do it for us tonight. We can tap to Boros Charm for 4, and get smashed next turn for 8 for the win. We did draw that bump. We would have had that win. Would this have given it? Nope. Nope. That would have been kind of cool. Nah, we didn't have it coming. We needed that land to finish this off. Didn't have that 3rd land. We drew a lot of 2-drops, like all the 2-drops, as in, like, lots of them. Okay, that's fine. we'll go to match 2 and see if we... Yeah. Oh, God. That's okay. So, alright. Mardu Burn without the Bobs falls to Allies in Game 1. Let's move to Game 2. And we're back here for sideboard tech. Today we're going to be looking at what to bring in against what, and this is going to be with my new sideboard. So we'll go ahead and start this off. I'm going to be taking out 3 Lightning Helix. Now I know that seems a little weird in this matchup, but I'll explain that momentarily. So we'll have 3 Lightning Helixes coming out, along with 4 Eidolon, because Eidolon is a dead card against Aether Vial. To replace those cards, we're going to bring in 2 paths to deal with the big scary things that burn cards can't, 2 Deflecting Palms to deal with the big scary things that burn can't, 2 Rakdos Charms, that'll deal for when he floods the board, or to deal with any of his enchantments, not enchantments, artifacts, such as Aether Vial, as well as if he were running Spellskite, I don't think he is anymore, it would deal with that. Also, it will deal with that Return to the Ranks, which I see over there that's going to be very scary. The fun, spicy card for today is Rain of Gore. That's our Rakdos Colors enchantment. If a spell or ability would cause a creature's controller to gain that much life, that player loses that much life instead. So, in this matchup, his sideboard tech is full of ways to gain life. That's going to be Lantern Scout and Omni Cleric. We need to be able to deal with that, and Rain of Gore is going to deal with that beautifully for us. However, we do have 3 Lightning Helixes main board, and Lightning Helix plus Rain of Gore is a pretty big non-bow. So we're going to be taking out that Helix so that we don't have to deal with that. Over to Trip.
Okay, for us, so it's easier to explain what we're bringing in. So we've got Omni Clerics. It's life gain, which is countered by Rain of Gore, but if he doesn't have a Rain of Gore, it's can't 12, 15, 20 life. That's great. Like they can't return, they can't come back from that. Return to the ranks. It returns our creatures to the ranks. So yeah, that's good. Not great against Rakdos Charm and Path, but if he uses 3 or 4 burn spells and we use that to get all our creatures back, it's a 3 for 1, so it's good. Then 1 Path to Exile. This is just to deal with Grim Lavamancer. We know he has them. They suck a lot, so we are going to kill them with this if it ever comes down to it. We're going to take out the Exhibition Envoy. It can't get big. It can always be killed. It's always a target for Searing Blaze. It's just not great. Another target for Searing Blood, which I personally know he's not running, but a lot of burn players will run Searing Blood, so it's not great. Fire Mental Mage is also going to come out. It's good, but he's not running that many creatures, so the unblockable isn't super pertinent. And we don't have to worry about his creatures trading with ours, because ours are pretty much always going to outclass his. So we can just swing into them anyway. And that's our sideboard for Allies. We're going to go to Game 2.
Sounds good.
And we're back for Game 2. So we had a little screw up in our last video, and our Game 2 got deleted last time. It was a really great Game 2 because Allies
let's be honest. Game 2 was a great game if you were Allies.
Because Allies got a turn 3 win with a Hot of Freeblade into what was it?
All I know is
good things. Two Battlesingers.
It was bad.
It was great.
It's terrible.
Wonderful.
Awful.
I loved it, but it's gone now, so we're gonna play another one. And yeah, that explains why I'm wearing a different shirt.
Yeah, I'm not because I'm a cartoon character. All right, let's go ahead and get started. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards.
Alright, I'll go ahead and show my hand. Cool. This is an okay hand. It's not as explosive as we'd like, but it's resilient. It's got the tools to get to the long game, so hold on to it.
Seems good. This is a pretty nice hand. It's got some versatility to it. We've got all the land we need to play things, none of that ridiculous mana screw or mana flood that we've had the last few times. It's got a couple answers and a good strong early game, so there's no reason to get rid of this, so we'll go ahead and get started.
Alright, you're on the play.
I am on the play, that's right. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and Sacred Foundry, take 2, and tap, we'll run out of Gobbo Gobbo, get in there for 2.
Boop. Ha, cool.
That's annoying. On you.
I'd pay 2 life to draw a card any day. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and play that Razorverge Thicket and do Aether Vial.
That's gross.
And pass back.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. Alright, that's not the greatest draw in the world, but we'll deal with it. We'll go ahead, play an Arid Mesa. We will crack that Arid Mesa, take 1, search our library for a mountain. One of the 2 in the deck, if we can find it. And we never can, because that's just how it goes. Let's see here. Mountain, mountain, mountain. There it is. I should just get White Border Mountains to complete the White Border look. I had originally wanted to White Border this whole deck, but then I couldn't bring myself to use Acetone and Goblin Guide, so, you know.
Or, you know, Arid Mesas.
Or, yeah, Arid Mesas, those two. Okay. Alright, so, there's kind of just an obvious play here. We're going to go ahead, run out our Swiftspear, and then get in there for 3.
Seems pretty good. So we're gonna reveal the top cards. Aetherval. We don't want that Aetherval. That sucks. And then we're gonna take 3. Or we're gonna go to.
You take
blockers.
3. No Trixies. We'll go to second main, and we'll suspend a lovely Rift Bolt.
Fun.
Pass the turn back.
Fun. Until the button player played a Rift Bolt. So yeah, like we usually don't want to play creatures into Rift Bolt, but at this point we kind of start breaking our life trouble a little bit. So we're gonna be a little defensive about it. So we're gonna go for Windswept Heath and crack it, you know, protect our life. And we're gonna pretend I put a counter on that Aetherval.
Porsche.
Don't forget that in an actual tournament. I've done it before. It was very sad. But for the sake of this video, we're going to let me do that. So yeah, we're gonna Plains. We'll take 1.
I'm just enjoying you watch your tick your own life total away. That's perfectly fine with me. This next card is not a land, will be really great. If it's a land, will be less great. And by less great, I mean not good.
Okay.
Should probably get the whole deck.
Yep. We're gonna go for Survivalist.
Seems good.
Pass turn.
Alright, untap both of those. Upkeep. We have some choices here to make with that Rift Bolt. In this case, we're not too afraid of that Oran Reef, so we're going to send that Rift Bolt to his face.
Yuck.
And hope for the race, and then we'll draw for turn. That's a great draw. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Move that away. Alright, so we'll go ahead and play. That's not a land. That's a land. And a Bloodstained Mire. We'll go ahead, crack that, take 1, 2, 3. Go grab a Blood Crypt. We now have colors, so we're completely online. That's great for us. It allows us to play anything in our deck. Oh, and look at that. Next card I was going to draw. Alright, so we've got colors. We can play anything in our deck. We've hit our 3 mana, which is really exactly where we want to be. We don't want any more than this. 4th is not terrible. The 5th is a death sentence. The 6th is what are you doing with your life. So we're going to hope for not any more lands and keep drawing gas, which we have, and we'll go ahead and tap that Blood Crypt and get in with a Bump in the Night for 3.
Oh, fun.
Swiftspear will have 2 triggers off the Rift Bolt cast earlier this turn, and we'll go ahead and get in with both of these guys.
Alright, first we'll let that Goblin Guide trigger activate.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to free land.
Giving them all the land this time.
Then we're going to we declare blockers. We will declare Orange Survivalist as a blocker for Goblin Guide.
Seems good.
Okay.
No Battle Trixies.
Okay.
Damage
and
can go to resolve.
Before it pass forward to me, I'll violate this Hot Free Blade.
Yep, tick it up. Goblin Gobble will die upon resolution of damage.
And I will take the duck.
And we'll go ahead and pass that turn right on back.
And we'll put a counter on our vial this time. We're good. Draw a card. Okay, so we're doing okay here. We really don't want to take any damage, which is unfortunate because the lands in our hand are going to deal us damage. We're in a tight spot because we want to be able to play this, but we can't if we do ourselves damage. And being able to play, I'm not sure you guys can see this, being able to play this is the most important thing. So we're going to play a Temple Garden. We're going to come in tapped.
Sure.
Then
Think deep thoughts.
I am thinking about lots of thinkings. He's got 2 cards in hand. We might just be screwed here. This might be it. Although he didn't play a card last turn, so we're gonna assume his hand is, I don't know, lands? Be nice. Searing Blaze, maybe? That would be something he wouldn't have played if he didn't have one. He did have a land drop. I don't know what he's got. Maybe like Path to Exile or something like that. Just trying to get some more value out of that. A Skullcrack that he's about to cast in turn doesn't want me to gain life. That'd make more sense. We'll swing it for 3.
So we have some options here, and in response to that, we're just going to go ahead and Deflecting Palm that Oran Reef.
That's what it was.
Yep, we were holding that Deflecting Palm There are certainly chances where we could get better value out of it, but in this case, that's going to deal him 3 damage and put him within bolt range. So we're going to go ahead and play that Deflecting Palm, and that'll be that.
And we will pass turn.
Seems good. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. That's really silly. I haven't gotten to play this card yet, and I'm really excited that I drew it. We'll go ahead, tap a Blood Crypt, and we'll exile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards from our graveyard to play a Gurmag Angler. This is a new addition to the deck. I don't know quite how good it is, because it is a little bit of a nombo with our Grim Lavamancer. However, it is a 5/5 body on the floor. Nothing he can do about it. We'll go ahead, tap 1. We'll path to exile here.
Yeah, that's no good.
That'll trigger our prowess and put lethal on board unless he throws something in front of it.
We're going to go ahead and the mountain.
Alright, we'll let him search that out, grab his mountain, and then we'll go ahead and move to declare attackers. Alright, we'll go ahead and swing in for lethal.
Okay. The suspense is killing you guys, I can tell. So I'm just going to slowly shuffle and let that build up.
Yeah. I think we all know he has something to vial in.
I'm just good. Jerk.
That's possible. You could just be
playing you.
Giant jerk and getting my hopes up.
Favored.
And
yeah, I'm gonna violin because Andy played master.
Yeah, no, that's Andy made blaster.
And I'm not even gonna bother putting a counter on it because it's gonna just die. Right? You have 2 triggers?
Nope, just one on the path.
Oh, it still dies.
Still dies, but just one.
And we do get a trigger on our orders.
Yep, seems good. Pass it back.
Okay, let's see what we can do. We're gonna tick up the Aether Vial because of what cards we have.
I smell a Lantern Scout. I can smell it, and it's a nasty, disgusting smell.
So what we're going to do here is we're just going to go straight into a Collected Company.
Oh,
Let's
God.
see what we get.
That's gross.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. None of these cards are going to win us the game, which is really unfortunate. We got a Hot of Freeblade and a Hairbaz Druid.
I am completely okay with these things. We need 1 turn. We need 1 turn and 1 burn spell to end this game.
So yeah, Hairbaz Druid's it's not great. But now we can attack past that Gurmag Angler, which is great. Although we kind of need the defense. I think we're going to still do it though. Rawr. Yeah, we'll swing in for 6.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take that 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, that was 1 more. We're going to take that 6. There's no reason to block with our Angler. We'd rather have it out and it not die.
So then we'll play an Ally Encampment.
Seems good. Gross.
And pass.
Alright, untap, upkeep, Heart of the Cards. That'll do it. Boros Charm to the face.
I will vial in a Tibir Evangelmoose.
Congratulations, well done.
Yep.
Alright, on to game 3. Aha! I don't lose everything. Look, my deck is good. I'm not bad. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
See, Trntbl does most of the editing, so I'm convinced he just deleted that last game 2 video.
Shh, don't tell him he doesn't know. He doesn't know won't hurt him. Alright, well, that was game 2, sort of. Game 2 2.0. So we're going to go ahead and go to game 3, play out the rest of this match for you guys. I hope you're enjoying it. We'll be back in just a second for game 3. Thanks for watching.
And we're back for game 3. Let's go ahead and draw.
Cool, let's draw those 7 and see if Burn can maybe pull out a win.
I get to be on the play this time.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Alright, let's I'll go ahead and show. So this is a pretty solid hand. It doesn't have a clock that we'd like, but it has good supplementary stuff from our sideboard and ways to get it out, so it's fine.
Seems good. This hand is, again, really just a nice hand. We've got lands to play everything we need to in our hand. We've got some silly, fun new things that we've got chilling out here, so we're going to see if we can't make use of them. And all around, we've got a little bit of hate, we've got a little bit of everything. There's a strong start here. There's no reason not to keep this hand. Alright, you've got the play.
Alright. There you go. Ally Encampment into Aether Vial. Pass turn.
That's gross. Draw for turn. Alright, that's a solid draw. We'll go ahead, lay out this here Arid Mesa. We're going to go ahead, crack it, take 3, Uno dos Tres, and go. And grab... we're going to want Boros colors. Let's find that Sacred Foundry. There it is. Cool. I will shuffle that momentarily for the sake of time. Put that in untapped. We'll then tap it and suspend Rift Bolt. pass the turn right back.
Yeah, that Riftbolt is nasty and no fun. But, you know, we just gotta deal. Okay, so what we're going to do here, because we have this, we would definitely want to run this out first. So we're going to go for Windswept Heath, crack it, shed a tear as we lose life.
And I'll shed a tear with you. Mine may or may not be of joy.
Now I'll get the plains. So do I want plains? Yeah, I want plains. Plains is usually the fetch in this deck when we're going for a basic. The only reason not to get a plains is if we have a Cocoa in hand and don't have colors. The mountains are pretty much almost never fetched. I used to run Bull in this deck, and I like having one of each basic. What we'll do here is we'll go ahead and vial in a Hada Freeblade.
Gross.
And then we'll play our Akoum Battlesinger. So we get counters on Freeblade.
Ugh.
And then we'll swing in for 2.
Yeah, we'll be sad and take that too.
And pass back.
Alright, untap, upkeep. We have to make a decision with our Riftbolt. There is no real decision. This Riftbolt needs to kill that Battlesinger. There is no way we can let that stick around and hope to win this game. Alright, draw for turn. That's an okay draw. There we're better. We'll go ahead and play that Arid Mesa we just drew him. We will drop our whole hand on the table and make a really weird noise. Crack the Arid Mesa, lose a life, search up a mountain. We will shuffle that momentarily for the sake of time. Then we will tap 1, play our Monastery Swiftspear, and tap another, play something. There we go, Lava Spike. That's what we wanted to play. Okay, so that puts our Swiftspear at a 2-3. He's got a 2-3. There's no reason for us really to swing in, so we'll go ahead and pass the turn right back.
Yeah, you had a free blade holding down the fort. And I'll put a counter on Trntbl and draw a card. Okay, that's fine. So, I think the plan here is to just gain some life. We're going to play Windswept Heath, we're going to crack it. We're going to get our forest this time, because if we do get lands in a collector company, we want to be able to play it. Take 1 there. And then we'll violin an Undo Cleric. Gain 2 life.
The sadness abounds.
And cast a Kabira Evangel.
Oh boy.
And gain 3 life.
This is looking bad for us. Looking real bad, real fast.
Now I'll swing in for 4.
Okay, we have to decide whether or not we want to take that 4. And I think we're just not going to take it. Not taking any from you. We'll go ahead and chump block that. Lose the Swiftspear. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. That's a beautiful, sexy, wonderful goddess of a draw. We'll go ahead and play this Wooded Foothills. So, here again, we have some options. We need to decide which options we want to take and what the most efficient route to those options is. So I think we're going to start by making sure we can get colors. We're going to go ahead and crack, sack, take 3, and fetch up colors. Go ahead and get our Blood Crypt. There it is. We'll shuffle that at the end of turn. No need to shuffle that right this moment. We're going to tap 1 while he's still tapped out. We'll go ahead and path that onto Cleric because we don't want that sticking around, and we don't want him to be able to bring it back from his graveyard. And while we're thinking about that, we're going to go ahead and tap 1. We're going to go ahead and bolt that Kabira Evangel as well. We're just going to tear apart his board. We don't have to deal with any of these things.
Yeah, Kabira Evangel. I totally could have given him out of free blade protection from red last turn and gotten for 4 damage, but I did not.
4.
That is a misplay.
4 indeed.
Although because our board's now empty, it ended up saving us some damage.
And now we're going to go ahead and tap 1, play our Gurmag Angler, exile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am really liking this Angler. This is a really nice body, and I've been able to cast it consistently so far for 1 mana, which is beautiful. So now that we've got our body holding down the fort, we'll pass it right on back to Triflic.
Okay, let's hope for good draws. That was an adequate draw. I wouldn't call it a good draw. Better than a land draw. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and violin a Kazandi Blademaster.
Yep.
Tick up, and then cast a Heart of Freeblade.
Gross.
Tick up, tick up, tick up. And because we're so far ahead on life, we're just gonna swing in with our 6/7.
That's super duper gross. We're just gonna take that 6. We really want to have our Gurmag Angler to block next turn and hopefully save our life. So we'll go ahead and take that 6, go all the way down to 5, and hope for good draws.
And pass.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw.
You can use Trntbl when you have Heart of Freeblade.
Alright, that was a pretty strong draw. We'll go ahead and tap one. Go ahead and play that Bump in the Night. We're definitely not going to swing in with our Gurmag Angler if we want any hope of surviving till next turn. We'll go ahead and pass it back. Hope we don't just die. We might just die.
Okay, let's see what we draw. Speaking of just dying, we're going to play an Akoum Battlesinger.
Oh god.
Then take everybody up. So you die for him.
Oh god.
So he is representing Deflecting Palm here, which is no fun, but we're still gonna swing in because we have lethal, and if we don't swing in, just because we're afraid, that's no good. So swing into everyone. So that's 2, 10, 15.
Vigilance.
It does have vigilance. Yeah. 18.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead, declare blocks. The Gurmag Angler is going to go right here. We are going to tap 2. We do have the Deflecting Palm. We're going to be Deflecting Palm the big Skur one. And we'll end up taking 4 out of the mess.
Okay, so we have some options here. So he's letting these 2 creatures through. And it's actually 5.
Is it 5?
Yeah, it's 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, well, still dead.
Alright, so never mind. So we won't use our options because we have the kill.
Don't need to use the options. I'm dead. That Deflecting Palm will hit him for 7.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll go down to 10.
And I'll go down to 0 of the life. Well, that's unfortunate. If he hadn't gained back a whole bunch of life, we might have been able to come out of this, but just goes to show you the power of Ondu Cleric to shut down a burn deck in a single turn. Well, looks like Mardu Burn falls to Naya Allies once again, and at least I didn't lose in a giant fiery blowout of a turn 3 win this time. So
it was beautiful. Like I said, you can never feel bad about losing a turn 3 win, because it's Modern. You're not allowed to win turn 3. So like, if you win turn 3, you're cheating. That's how it works.
Obviously, Triflic cheated.
I played against an elf guy, and he played this card called Beck, and it's the same. What's the card? Glimpse of Nature. It does the same thing as Glimpse of Nature, but it costs 1 more blue mana. And he just like went off turn 3 as like Legacy Elves or something. In Modern turn, I'm like, okay, I'll just lose. He killed me with the Shaman of the Pack with 20 elves on the board for 20 damage.
Get Shrek'd.
Well, yeah, guys, we're gonna be putting up new videos. We're gonna have some more primers coming up. Check back in. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you for our next video.
This has been another Scapeshifters Modern Matchup. Thanks for watching, everybody.